Listen. I'm all for freedom of speech. I'm all for the ability for people to say what they want to say, when they want to say, how they want to say it. However, I don't believe that someone has the ability to or should have the right to go into a movie theater and scream fire when there is none, causing a panic. So, with that being said, let's go over to YouTube. Um, Again, I believe that anybody should have the right to get on YouTube, make as much money as they want, uh, without being demonetized. But unfortunately, we're living in a world where I knew that this was coming years ago, where if you say something that someone doesn't like or a group of people doesn't like, you can be demonetized. And this is why personally I believe that YouTube should be a platform to springboard uh, to other things, to get the ability to, or have the ability to get on here and use this platform as a springboard to do something else. Because again, I'm all for not having or putting myself in the ability where someone can attack me financially. Someone can threaten my livelihood. Uh, After all, a lot of us, we're family men, and we have responsibilities. And so, that's why I like personally that, I can get on here and say what I want to say without any fear of any retaliation. Because, see, at the end of the day, nobody can touch my pockets. Nobody can't affect my ability to go out and provide for my family and make money. And I feel, that every man should have that right. But when you're in a position where you're dependent on somebody else for your livelihood, you put a gag order on yourself. And, the age old saying, it is hard to get a man to understand something when his livelihood is solely dependent on his ability not to understand it. And it's a sad thing. And, I'm looking at, what's going on with mediocre tutorial reviews, how they're flagging them. I think it's a great channel. And again, I don't believe anybody should be demonetized. And Dennis Sperling, he has a lawsuit against YouTube talking about this very thing. I think it's a waste of time, because at the end of the day, again, you don't own YouTube. You don't own this platform. Nobody owns it. This is a private corporation, and they can do what they want. They can shut down your channel whenever they want. And hey, that's just what it is. And so, for years, I've always said, and I do it now because I subscribe to YouTube Premium because I don't want to see the ads. But as a direct result of watching people's content, they get revenue off of that, and I'm all for that. I've been a big proponent of let the ads play. If you see a YouTuber that you like their content, let the ads play. Let them get the money. I'm always, because it costs me nothing. As opposed to 30-second clip of watching a couple of commercials, and I don't even watch them at all. But at the end of the day, support the channel. If you like somebody, I don't care who it is. I don't care if you're biggest racist, bigot. I don't care who it is. If you like their content, go ahead and support them. But if there are people that's on here and their primary source of income is YouTube, I'm telling you, man, and they cut that stuff off, it's a world of hurt. It's a world of hurt, and we've seen it happen. I think it's kind of, no, I ain't gonna even go there. Dennis Sperling, man, but he's had people's channels shut down, and now they turn around and they shut down his channel. They demonetize his channel. But, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. If you like somebody, support them. Let the ads play. But at the end of the day, this is a private corporation. It's a great way to go about getting your word out. and making a lot of money. And a lot of people do make a lot of money. But I'm all for making sure that people protect themselves. I don't care if it's Ringo Raw Dog TV. I don't care if it's anybody. New Breed. Hey man, you got a right to get out and say what you want to say. Free speech and all, but again, I stress the ability for people to make sure that they are protected economically from these sudden shutdowns, because people have woke up one day and without no strikes, no warning or anything like that, boom. And now you're out of $20,000, $30,000 a month, $10,000 a month. In this day and age, that's a hard hit. I don't care. Anybody who's had 100, 200,000 subscribers and you turn around and then boom, they cut that revenue. That's a hit to the pocket. Don't believe the hype. You talking about you's making $2,000, $3,000 of passive income, and all you got to do is get on here and run your mouth, and then you turn around and you ain't got that no more? This is why a lot of people you see, they don't do, a lot of YouTube videos anymore, and they're going to Patreon because there's no financial benefit. And so you clearly see there was a financial motive and not necessarily an educational motive from the perspective of making videos. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Folk need to make sure that if you're on this thing, make sure that you have the ability to diversify your income. To make sure that, you're not affected by, these policy changes or these people that flagged your account or you're no longer, socially acceptable of what you're saying. Because, you're going to see channels shut down outright. See, this is the beginning. First, they demonetize you. Then they shut you down. Now now you got to go over to other platforms. And I recommend that you do that as well. There's Rumble, I think. You can do Patreon and stuff. I mean, I advocate for all of these things. Because I'm a firm believer of freedom of speech. That's my take on it. That's my official take on it. And I don't say it to be, vindictive or hating on anybody. I'm just telling you to do what I've done. Nobody can touch my pockets. Nobody here can't interfere with my ability to stack paper. Nobody can kick me off my land. Nobody can't deprive me and my family of my ability to go to and fro as we please. Nobody can do that. But if you're in that position, hey, you a slave. Accept it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's amazing. The scriptures talk about the rich ruling over the poor. What do we got today? What do we got today at every level of society? You got rich people ruling over poor people. What do you got today? You got the borrower is a servant to the lender. Look at these, wherever it comes to politics, rich ruling over the poor. When you look at entertainment and stuff, rich people and the masses are in the crowd, poor people. You even look at ministry today, millionaires ruling over poor people. That's just the way it is. So, hey, I'm big on don't complain about the situation that you're in. If you put yourself in that situation, it is what it is. You made your bed, now lay in it. Diversify. Make sure that somebody can't touch your pocket. Because if they can touch your pocket, they can silence you. If they can threaten you for fear of they can take your wife, they can deprive you of home. You a slave. You a slave, and you got a gag order on you, whether you like it, understand it or not. It's just the hardcore truth.